One of the things, I have several things that I wanted to discuss regarding life postpartum. I I've talked about this like on other videos, but I don't think I was really ready for like some of the physical changes that happen to you after you have a baby. I'm gonna sit like this for a minute. My feet hurt. One of which I've talked about this before, postpartum hair loss. I remember having a conversation at my baby shower with some high school friends, and I was telling them how I've heard that women have really like struggled with postpartum. Not that it's a completely natural reaction postpartum, but it's still like alarming to see your hair come out. And so I was like talking to them, and they kind of like flippantly were like, well, do you really know anybody who has lost their hair? And I was like, I actually don't. At the time I did not. And they were like, well then, like, basically like you shouldn't really have to worry about that because that's not like a common thing. And that is absolutely not true. Like, just because it just didn't happen to you doesn't mean that it hasn't happened to like hundreds of thousands of other women. And that's exactly what has happened. And so it was like, I think my hair loss happened like it, like there was like, I would say right around month number 4. That's when I just like looked at my hairline and I was like, oh my God, like it's receding. I had a receding hairline, and I have 2 like bald spots just right there. And I was like, you know, it was one of those things I didn't like. I think it was subtly happening, for some reason, I just didn't really pay attention. So one day I was like, I have a huge bald spot like right here. And even then I think it's still recovering. It's both on the side. You can kind of see it like right in this area, but it was like so much bigger. And yeah, like it, and then like it, yeah, like, so I was like, oh my God. And then once I noticed it, I really started like paying attention to it, like in the shower, like, oh, there's like a good majority of my hair, or not majority, but it was like it was a significant amount. It looks like it. So, and then like it kind of like my hairline kind of grew back. I would say like around February or so. And then like it like I noticed it like fell out again. It was just and the thing is like all my hair is like, it's thick and it's grown back, but it's like just in these 2 temple areas where it's still like struggling to make ends meet. So I've taken like I've restarted like my multivitamins, and that's another thing. Like I don't think I really followed up with like, not that, again, hair loss after baby, that you can't do anything about that. That's just part of the process. It's hurts your feelings. It makes you feel a kind of way because it's just like, oh my God, your hair is coming out, but it does grow back. My neighbor has decided, I can't be mad that they are mowing the lawn. It's in the middle of the day and it's summer. Like I can't be mad, but this is like annoying. I wish they'd hurry up. So what was I saying? Hair loss, yeah. So, and then it like kind of like fell out again, and it looked like bald, but it's just now, let's see, it's July. That was in February. I think I noticed it again right around like March. So it's just now starting to like fill back in, and it's filling in slowly. So it's one of those things, I think like our perception of what you're supposed to look like after baby is like severely distorted. Your waistline is supposed to come back, which I will get to that in a minute. It will not, and it's okay. And then like your hair is like, it's a huge hormone shift in your body, so it's going to take time. That's what I wish someone would have told me. Like, it's going to take time for your body to, even if it does get back, it may never get back to its normal shape. That's your physical, your body and your hair. Like it just, I've heard women say like, yeah, my hairline is still thin to this day after my kids, and I'm like, okay, that's just something that I've like made peace with. But I just wanted to let people know like that is a real thing. Don't let people like blow you off if that's a concern. It does happen. There's nothing you can do about it. But you just have to like allow the process, allow yourself to feel a way about it, and then, you know, just accept that it's gonna take time to grow back. So I'm still getting there. It's just like every day I look at my edges and I'm just like, oh my God, like I put like vitamin E oil on it. I'm taking supplements now, but again, it's just, don't like, I mean, yeah, freak out because it is your hair coming out, but like just don't like I'm I'm trying to think of the right word. Just don't linger on it. Because it can happen. It may not happen to you, but it does happen. So I wish my friends wouldn't have been so like arrogant about, oh, well, you don't have to worry about it. Like, it's a real thing. Secondly, it is challenging to maintain or lose weight after you have a baby. Like, I did lose the majority of my weight after I had my baby, but I still have like a little bit like this extra padding like right around my belly button. Like, it's at my like core abdomen. I don't know how to explain it without showing it to you. I'm not going to show you my belly right now because I just don't feel like it. But yeah, like there's like this extra padding that no matter what I do, it's just there. And I'm not gonna like work my body to death right now to like make that go away. Like, that just may be a permanent fixture on my body. But it's really, because before I had my baby, I worked out all the time. I worked out like 3 times a week. I calorie counted just because I wanted to be like really in shape. And actually, when I got pregnant, I actually was underweight. So I could have definitely used a little bit more weight. It's just like right now, it's a change for me because I'm not used to having like, I'm a little fleshier, I guess, if that's the word that I can use right now. I'm a little bit fleshier, and you know, I've accepted that too. I'm still trying to maintain somewhat of a workout. And that's another thing. Like, you're tired, you're fatigued, you're taking care of a little person, like they are your priority now, not working out. So you are and like here, like I live in Seattle, it's just now getting nice and it's July. Like a month ago it was rainy and like 65. So, and then after that, like you have 3 months of like nice weather and then it goes back to dark and rainy. So I'm not going to take my child running in the dark and rainy, and it's like that for a long time. So you have a lot of things, like you have the weather that you have to contend with. You have to contend with fatigue. You have to contend with like an irregular schedule. Like my daughter's a year old and she still does not sleep through the night. So me and her father are like getting up like every like 3 or 4 hours, and if she's teething, the time period is even shorter. So you're combating all of that, and all you want to do really is like rest and eat. So resting and then eating is just helping you pack on these pounds. So yeah, so my husband and I have kind of like, we've started taking walks after dinner, and we've started calorie counting just because we have to do something right now. I know we both used to go to the gym a lot, but right now we can't do that because there's like no one here like we don't have any family here, so it's just us who have to watch the baby. So we try to do things, daily exercises that incorporate her, because obviously we can't just leave her in the house. I don't want CPS called on me, so we have to take her. So we take long walks and then we calorie count, and that's really hard just because I want to eat cupcakes and Doritos all day long. Like those are sweet and salty are my favorite things. But you can't do that when you're in your 30s. Your metabolism is not the same, and that's the problem. I think sometimes I have a hard time realizing that I am not in my early 20s anymore, so I can't eat like garbage anymore. Like I just can't. So yeah, so those are really, so it's just you may never get your body back. And to be quite honest, like I don't want to be in my mid-30s with like 115 pounds. That looks weird. It's not, I don't know, it's just not looking necessarily really healthy, and I want to look healthy, but I just want to figure out, you know, the challenges is how to figure out how to work out and eat better. But you know, because I think a lot of the first couple of years, maybe I would argue that a lot of parents are in survival mode, so you're just resting and you're eating, and the things that make you happy are the things that are not the healthiest for you. Like for me, I love sweets. Like I love sweets. I feel like I legitimately have like some type of like sugar addiction. I think about like what I can bake, like I Google like what is the closest bakery, and you know, that's just not really it's not really healthy right now. So but yeah, those are I think those are the two biggest things that I think women have to like constantly battle all the time. And I think that's the reason why that is because we're constantly told in society, like, this is how you should be after you have a baby. This is how you should look. This is how, this is how you should feel. And don't worry, like, you're like, and that just is, it's just not the case. So, yeah, waistline and hair go. It's really, but it's okay. It gets better. I don't want this video to seem like it's a downer. It doesn't mean to be, but I just wanted to discuss those things that I just was not really ready for. And I hope that, I make these videos because I like to talk, but I also hope that like it reaches someone, and just to say, like, it's okay if your hair is falling out. Now granted, if it's like after a certain time, if you feel like it's coming out in clumps, or you have hair coming out in other areas, or I would definitely go see a physician or something about that. But hair loss after baby generally is like, that is expected. But if there's other issues going on, then I would recommend seeing a professional about it. But just don't let anybody make you feel bad that your hair is falling out. Don't let anybody feel bad that, like, I guess I just don't want people to like make other people feel bad about something that's very natural and like traumatic. Seeing your hair all over the place is just like stressful, and it's probably just not help. It's that stress that's seeing your hair fall out is like probably making your hair situation worse because you're stressed out about it, and then it's just a vicious cycle. So anyways, I'm rambling now. I'm going to go eat because I'm hungry and my daughter's asleep, so I have some time. Okay.